This week on FIFA Football Mundial, Canada 2007, an Under-20 World Cup special. We cross the country and along the way meet Canada's First Nations. And spend time with Congo, the French speakers made to feel at home in Montreal.
Welcome to this land.
Canada 2007 marked the 30th anniversary of the biennial FIFA Under-20 World Cup. Originally known as the World Youth Championship, the first edition took place in Tunisia in 1977. This year, 24 teams from the 6 FIFA confederations participated in the tournament. The event would span 3 weeks and offer up 52 matches for locals and visitors. That made it the biggest single sport event Canada has ever hosted. With some of the world's most exciting young players on display, it's no surprise this became the best attended Under-20 tournament ever staged.
6 cities would host the tournament. As we saw 2 weeks ago, we started our journey on the west coast in the province of British Columbia. As the tournament progressed, we'd head west to east. Our next stop would be Edmonton in the province of Alberta. Edmonton is the oil capital of Canada. The major reserves discovered here 60 years ago produced an economic boom that saw the city grow rapidly. Though the oil price collapse in the late 1980s shook Edmonton, today times are good. That resurgent economy has attracted new residents, and the metropolitan area is now home to over 1 million. The winters are fierce here, even by Canadian standards, so weatherproof facilities are welcome. The gargantuan West Edmonton Mall is a case in point. It's the largest shopping and leisure complex in North America, and the most visited tourist attraction in the province. In sporting terms, the city was put on the map by the Edmonton Oilers. During the 1980s, led by the incomparable Wayne Gretzky, they emerged as one of the all-time great ice hockey teams, eventually claiming 5 NHL Stanley Cups. Ice hockey remains Canada's sporting religion, but football has established itself. Edmonton's Commonwealth Stadium is the official home of the national team, and the city is, in relative terms, a hotbed of support. The hosts for the FIFA Under-20 World Cup would need every bit of encouragement they could get. When we joined them, they'd already played 2 of 3 group matches against Austria and Chile and lost both. Worse, they'd failed to score. Midfielder Jonathan Beaulieu-Bourgault.
Chile is a very strong team, but we'd have still liked to have done a little bit better. And then our match yesterday against Austria, even long after the final whistle, was really disappointing for us. But at the end of the day, I think it's really great for Canada to have a tournament like this. More than 1 million tickets have been sold, and I think it's great for the country.
Thanks to regional success, the Canadians had qualified for 4 of the last 5 editions of the FIFA Under-20 World Cup. Yet having reached the prestigious tournament itself, they've then usually struggled to make any impact. And for coach Dale Mitchell, 2007 was looking no better.
You know, when you get here and you have to play the best from South America and Europe, Asia and Africa now, those teams are very well developed, and we see a difference between the development of our players and the development of the best of the other confederations.
Canada has welcomed waves of immigrants during its modern history. Many new Canadians and their children still identify strongly with their ancestral homelands. When combined with the fact football remains a minority sport here, It's led to a situation where visiting national teams have enjoyed as much, if not more, support than their Canadian hosts. However, these fans hope to change that. The Voyageurs are an online-based supporter group that tries to ensure Canada always has at least one pocket of vocal fans at every home match.
In 4 or 5 years' time, I'd like to see anytime Canada play, for other teams to come into an atmosphere that is hostile towards them, not necessarily in a bad anti-country, but more as a pro-Canada. So where they come into the stadium and they know they're playing against Canada in Canada, as opposed to coming into a stadium and feeling a lot of support for their team.
For the host to have any chance of joining the likes of Argentina, Brazil, Mexico, Portugal, Spain and the United States in the round of 16, they knew they'd have to score at least 3 goals against Congo. But despite committing to attack from the outset, the breakthrough wouldn't come. A first-half goal against the run of play effectively sealed Canada's fate. Congo eventually won 2-0, and Canada became the first host team at any Under-20 World Cup to be eliminated without scoring a goal.
From Edmonton, we headed 3,760 kilometres east to Montreal, the heart of Quebec, the French-speaking province.
Bienvenue à Montréal. Welcome to Montreal.
No visit to Canada is complete without seeing Montreal. It's simply quite unlike anywhere else in the country, indeed the continent. While the legacy of British settlement is obvious across much of the rest of the nation, Quebec remains strongly influenced by its French colonisation. In terms of lifestyle, Montreal's considered the most European metropolitan city in North America. Many Quebecois are determined to preserve their distinct cultural and social values. In fact, a proposal to withdraw from the Federation of 10 provinces and 3 territories that comprise Canada and become an independent country was put to a referendum in 1995 and only narrowly rejected. Though English is widely spoken, French is the preferred and first language here. So the Congolese team had no language barriers to overcome in the city and arrived in La Belle Province after eliminating Canada. With the hosts and the formidable Chileans in their opening group, their progress had surprised even their fans back home, according to their French coach.
C'est une satisfaction énorme.
This feels really satisfying. This morning I received some phone calls from some Congolese who watched the match on television last night, or heard about the result on the radio. They were dancing in the streets because this is like a party for them. Having their under-20 team progress to the second round is almost as good as winning the World Cup itself.
There's a strong French connection in this team, which was playing in its first FIFA Under-20 World Cup. 14 players are based in the Congo at an academy established by French clubs. 4 others, including the team captain Cécile Filankembo, already play in France at Auxerre.
It's the dream of any African captain to leave his own country and play in Europe. At the moment, we play in Auxerre. We've been playing there for a few months and we hope to improve even more. But it's already good for us to be able to play for a team as good as AG Auxerre. It's known as a team that develops great players.
Since Congo won the African Under-20 Championship in January, these 3 expatriate Congolese have been preparing for the team's arrival. They chose Montreal over other Canadian cities as a result of Quebec's distinct immigration policy, which favours French-speaking immigrants.
I was born in the Congo and now I'm a Canadian citizen. But becoming a Canadian citizen hasn't changed the way I see my country of birth. Congo remains my homeland, and so it's natural that I support Congo now that it's taking part in the World Cup.
The group's enthusiasm for Congolese football was such that they invested their time and resources launching a website dedicated to the subject. The trio work as professionals in the city, but were dedicated enough to take 2 weeks' leave to help the team in a public relations capacity. They and 600 other Congolese were amongst the crowd of 40,000 in attendance at Montreal's Olympic Stadium to see Mexico face the African champions. Despite playing with 10 men for 42 minutes, Congo were in the game until late on, when Mexico scored twice to record a 3-0 win. The round of 16 may have been the end of the road for Congo, but plenty of European clubs will have taken notice of some of their players. As such, Canada 2007 could prove to be an important marker in the development of Congolese football.
If they can have a professional career in Europe, they will increase the quality of Congolese football. And as a result, the Congolese team will reach an even higher standard.